Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you Oracle Sunday. And as you can see, I have shuffled and laid out a couple of cards. We have 4 cards that we're going to be working with today to bring you guidance for today and for the week ahead. So I always like my Sunday messages to give you inspiration for the week ahead. So if you are too busy to watch the daily readings, let this be the guidance for the week ahead. The decks that I'm working with today, this little one at the top here, is the Whispering Woods Oracle. It is just such a beautiful deck by Jessica Lay. It's such a beautiful deck and really gives such awesome messages and readings. Then this red deck over here is from the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson. Also beautiful, beautiful deck. Then you may recognize this one. It is one that I've used quite a lot on my channel. This one is from Colette Baron Reed, and it is the Spirit Animal Oracle. Also gorgeous deck. And then finally, this one on the end here, also one that I've used a fair amount on my channel. It is the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia. So those are the decks that I'm working with today. And let's get straight into it. We're going to start and move in that direction. And let's see what is the inspiration and the message that we're getting from Spirit today for Sunday and for the week ahead. So I always laugh when this one comes up because you know what, it's something I seem to say a lot in my videos, a lot in my work, in my consults. It's about trust. You know, it's about really recognizing the trust. And the message here, it says, the robin trusts her wings, not the branch that she sits on. Isn't that just so appropriate? You know, and I think for each one of us, with whatever is happening in life at the moment, we've all seemed to have lost our trust. We seem to have lost our trust in the people around us, in circumstances and situations. It seems to be like we almost go into things expecting the worst. We almost seem to always like the robin trusts her wings, not the branch that she sits on, even though she's sitting on the branch. She knows that the branch is, I'm going to call it volatile, that the branch could snap and break at any moment. And should that happen, she's not fixated on the branch. She trusts that her wings are ready and can respond and react quick enough to save her from hitting the ground. So it's about trusting herself and not the external things that she actually has no control over. So I do think that that is something that we all need to be working on in your current circumstances, in your current situation, with whatever's going on in your life at the moment. Are you putting your trust into the wrong things? In other words, are you trusting the branch? And then when it breaks and snaps and you fall, are you going like, oh, but you've let me down? Or are you trusting yourself and trusting your own resources to get you out of difficult situations? Food for thought, isn't it? Food for thought. All right. So from the Divine Feminine Oracle, let's have a look and see what we've got here. We have got a goddess Lala, the saint of spoken words, and her message for you at the bottom here is, every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. That is, you know, again, it's about trusting self, isn't it? It's about recognizing that what you say, what you speak, what you think, what you write down, you're putting it out into the universe. It becomes a prayer. Every word, in the context of this card, it says, every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. I'm going to change that to be applicable to all of us. Every word we say becomes a prayer. We are the author of our own stories. Okay. So every word you say becomes a prayer. You are the author of your own story. Because I think that's the truth. Again, in my consults, in my experiences with clients, everybody's like, oh, but I'm so worried about this and I'm so worried about that. And what happens if this happens? And what happens if that happens? We need to learn to trust ourselves. We need to learn to have faith in our own ability, in our own actions, in our own things. But we also need to recognize that whatever you're saying, whatever you're focusing on, the words that are coming out of your mouth all the time, and the thoughts that you're having over and over and over again is what is creating your reality. You are the author of your own story. So be mindful, be selective in what you're saying and what you're putting out there. If you trust the branch, and when the branch breaks, obviously you're going to be upset. Things are not going to work out quite as you expected them to. And you're going to feel sorry for yourself. You're going to feel rejected, hurt, abandoned, neglected, etc., etc. Whereas if you trusted in your wings and as soon as the trouble came, you used your own power, your own resources and what's available to you, you can change your story to be more valid and more appropriate to what you're going through right now. We have to understand that words have the power to shift our reality or to continue to reinforce it. Okay. So you have to understand that what you're saying, what you're thinking is energy that you're putting out to the universe, and the universe will respond to that. Everything that you say is an affirmation. It's a prayer, it's a request, it's a something that you are putting out there and is becoming real in your life. So pay attention to everything that you say to yourselves, within yourself, and the words you say about yourself to the people that you love, to everybody around you. Acknowledge from your soul that every sentence that you say is a prayer, and therefore be more, I almost want to say, just be more mindful of what you're saying, how you're saying, who you're saying it to, and see how it connects with your reality. And if you don't like your story, if you want to make changes to your story, to your life story, change your words. By trusting you, don't focus on the branch, focus on your wings that you possess, that you already have, because therein lies the truth. All right. We're going to move on to this card now, and this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle. So, if this is going to be an animal that is going to work with us to help us through this particular situation, to help us change our words, to be more mindful of our spoken words, so that we can change our story as needed and build our trust. So, we're sticking with birds, apparently. I love this. So it is the crow, it's crow spirit, and its message is to co create with spirit. In other words, let's bring the wings into it. We always, when we think about spirit, we always think of spirit as angels, as angelic beings with wings. We need to trust the wings. We need to trust that connection that we have within ourselves. When we say a prayer is often something said silently by yourself, to yourself, for yourself. And spirit are within us. So it's about trusting the divinity within us to create the story, the life that we want for ourselves. I think this is actually quite special. If you think about the crow, so I think about the movies where crows have been predominant, or anything like that. We often think of the crow as taking things, or looking out for shiny things, or grabbing opportunity at a moment's notice, or of just, it's almost like they trust that as things present to them, as they find things, as they uncover things, as they explore, they trust that it's their right almost to take it, to have it, or to whatever. One thing that we have to say is with the crow is, as you're looking around you, be very observant, be very mindful of your words, of what you're creating, or what you're trusting, or what you're putting your belief into, and understand that there is magic. There is magic all around you. There is magic everywhere. Everything that's happening around you, to you, whatever, is absolutely magical. And you have to understand that every intention, every intention that you set, every thought that you have, is creating a momentum and creating life. I almost want to say creating your life, allowing you to be the author of your own story. And when you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with spirit, when you co-create with spirit, when you align your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs with spirit, basically what you're doing is you're allowing that to come true in your life. So the crow spirit is telling you that you need to now believe, and trust in you. Bring spirit into it so that you can be more in control of your own story. Crow spirit also wants you to believe in the magic, of opportunity, of situation, of circumstance, of life. Okay. And understand that you are not a victim, you are very much in control. Right. I'm going to tie all of this together shortly, but I want to turn this card over to see what the Divine Energy Oracle wants to contribute. This particular deck only has words, so much like that, it just has a short, punchy word, comment, or sentence. But I think I think it'll give us speak volumes, is what I was going to say. And there it is. It says "Speak up." So friends, let's look at this. I think this is such a wonderful message for the week ahead. It's about recognizing that you are amazing. It's about recognizing that you have the resources you need to achieve the things that you want to. It's about recognizing that every word you say becomes a prayer, and you are the author of your own story. So make sure that your words that you're speaking are in line with what you want for yourself, but recognize that you don't do this alone, that you're not working alone, that you are not trying to fix everything by yourself. Work with spirit energy, but it's definitely the time to start speaking up, speaking out, expressing your own needs, wants, and desires. And through it all, trust yourself, trust your connection to spirit, and recognize that what you say, the intentions you set, you are manifesting and creating that for yourself. I love that. I actually think this is such a perfect message. It really is. So I'm going to leave speak up right there because I think it's important, but make sure that the words that you speak are connected and in line with what you need, what you want, and what you desire in your life. You are in control of your life. Trust you. Don't trust external forces, external things, external situations. Trust in yourself because you've got what you need. You've got what it takes to be happy and to be successful. If you enjoyed this reading, if you enjoyed what I've given you here, please do click that like button, give me a thumbs up, and a comment below would be wonderful to hear from you, friends. And let this be your inspiration for the week. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.